So, welcome. This is a very, very important day. It's the World Tourism Day. It's a day where we celebrate the work done by incredible policymakers, business partners, anyone who's in this room. This is your sector. So welcome. This is a day where we celebrate not only those who are in the room, but also those who are behind the scenes. Those who are taking pictures, the food, the coffee, the water. So this is our day. So first, I would like maybe to set the housekeeping rules. We have those who are speaking French or English, whatever language you speak. I think the translation is channel 1 for English and channel 2 for French. So let's just make sure that nobody is left out in terms of language. Second, we have 2 exit points. And if you want to use any, please feel free. And let me now welcome everybody. So I would like to thank, first of all, the host, Marriott, for giving us an opportunity to be here, but also Mastercard Foundation, who's actually the convening for this event. So for some of you who may not know why this day is important specifically for Rwanda, this is the first time in Rwanda we celebrate the World Tourism Day and convene people from all sectors to come and talk about the future of tourism in Rwanda. Already through Mastercard Foundation, the Hanga Hazaza project initiative, we have partners who are in this room who are already for the last 2 years working hard to make sure youth, women, and entrepreneurs are incorporated into this sector. So without any further ado, I would like maybe to give you a brief program. I'm sure some of you have already seen the program. So we will kickstart by the opening video and welcome address, which will be shown on the screen. But also we have the pleasure and honor to have those who are actually at the driving seat at the policymaker process. So we have the CTO at the Rwanda Development Board. And also we have Rika, our senior program manager and acting country representative of the Mastercard Foundation in Rwanda. So these 2 ladies will take us through the program, and we are more than happy that they are partnership between Mastercard Foundation, Hanga Hazaza, and the Rwanda Development Board is solidified and strengthened to support the tourism and hospitality sector in Rwanda. So I like always to give some statistics and numbers because it's important to understand what is the challenge we have and also the opportunities we have. By 2030, we are looking at 41 million youth, young people, aged between 15 and 30, who will enter the workspace. And tourism is employing currently in African country around 10% of the bulk of the 41 million we are looking at. So it's not just a sector, it's an important and significant sector. And in Rwanda, around 250,000 Rwandans, young people, young men and women, will be called to work in this space. So that's why we have those who are in the education space, entrepreneurship, business, banking, because this is not a challenge RDB can solve alone. This is not a challenge Hanga Hazaza Mastercard Foundation can solve alone. So that's why all the partners in this room, you are equally important to solve the challenge for Africa. But also, I would like maybe to emphasize the role of tourism at the policy level for Rwanda. I think we will hear from CTO and Enrica themselves why tourism is seen as an important sector through GDP contribution. In Africa, we know that the GDP contribution for tourism in many countries is between 9 to 12%. So if your contribution in the whole GDP is at that rate, your sectors just can be ignored. So when we celebrate the World Tourism Day, we celebrate and we stand tall to make our contribution heard, felt, and to sustain the work we do. I'm wearing my Sustainable Development Goals pin, which represent our common share approach to how we will solve the challenges of tomorrow. Tourism stands squarely at the job creation, goal number 8. But my definition of tourism is actually from fighting hunger, equality, climate change, global warming, women, youth. So it cut across all the 17 SDGs. So as we walk into this process of today, remember that tourism doesn't just call this 8th goal, it's all the 17. But the most important today, which represents INM Bank, IMI, Ingomoko, anyone I see from the partners of the Hunger Hazards, is the partnership. Goal number 17. We cannot achieve the goal of sustainability if we don't have partnership. So it's important when we see Hunger Hazards, the Mastercard Foundation, and the Rwanda Development Board sitting together, agreeing on the path forward, that we look at the 17th goal and say we will achieve so much through tourism. So we have today a very packed day. I know we are 30 minutes behind the schedule, but my role as an MC is to make sure that I operate on the Western principles of watch, not on the African principles that we have time. So my principle is on the watch, not on the African principles that we have time. We are already 30 minutes late, and then I apologize. We will have 2 panel discussions, very important discussions. One will be equipping youth and skills with skills in the space of tourism hospitality. We will have our moderator, who's some senior hospitality expert at GIZ. But also we have another panel later on where we're going to discuss again elevating entrepreneurship and innovation in tourism and hospitality, which will be moderated by Diana Dusaidi, who is the program manager at the Hunger Hazards Mastercard Foundation. Allow me now to proceed to the next part, and I think the technical parts are ready, so enjoy what we are going to watch. Thank you.
Rwanda has so many opportunities in terms of hospitality and tourism. It's incredible that such a small country can offer safaris, hiking opportunities.
Hospitality and tourism is an opportunity for young people. It's an untapped market. There's so many opportunities for people to become tour guides or waitresses or start like a small food company just like me.
The service industry is the biggest contributor to the economy, and within the service industry, hospitality accounts for most of the GDP. It's something that we have to really nurture and grow. It's a lucrative sector that hasn't been tapped into yet.
It's like a blank canvas, but that comes with challenges of who do you learn from, where do you get the experience from.
So the training of hospitality is very much needed, and that's why we really need to put in a lot of effort as a country.
There's so much that is needed to bring the Rwandan entrepreneurs or the Rwandan industry up to standard so that we can really build on that and be successful.
When there are more support for the entrepreneurs, it means that there will be also creation of job opportunities which are sustainable, because the owners of the businesses or the entrepreneurs have the knowledge to manage those businesses to grow and also to upscale.
It's an opportunity that I wouldn't want to miss, especially because the country is growing, and being part of the growth is just, amazing.